I know it's graduation season and a lot of you are taking your grad pics, so here are my top posing and picture ideas. First, starting off with this photo, the iconic throwing your cap in the air pose. This one's probably gonna take a few tries because the photographer has to get it when the cap is in the air. But my tip is to make sure you keep your hand in the air for an extended amount of time. Like usually you would throw it and then just put your arm down, but make sure you keep your arm up for the photo. And then to add some more movement, also pop the opposite leg out. That way you're not just awkwardly standing there. Another one I really like is the over the shoulder look. I think this pose is so cute where one hand is holding the sash over your shoulder and then your other hand is holding your grad cap behind your thigh. And then again, to make it look like you have some movement, pop out one leg, specifically the one that the cap is lying on. Another one utilizing your cap is to put the cap on and then hold the tassel and then put your other hand on your hip. Okay, this one's probably my favorite. I am so glad the photographer suggested this idea. It's to wrap your sash around your arms, and if you do this without your gown, you can really show off your dress. I just absolutely love this look. It's not like the most common grad photo pose, but just something about it is super elegant. Angle your body to the side and then also make sure you're showing whatever part of your sash that you want to show. So for me, I want to make sure this class of 2023 thing was showing. As you can see, we did it in a few flower bushes, which I think turned out so pretty, but really you can do this pose anywhere. Another idea is to bring props, so whether that's confetti or bubbles. These will add such a cute element to your photo shoot. It does take a few tries though, like here, I'll show you. This one was as I was throwing it. Here we were a little off with the timing, again, as I was throwing it. But yeah, you'll probably have to try it a few times. Just have your photographer constantly shooting photos as you're like throwing or blowing the bubbles. I will say though, if you're doing confetti, make sure you get biodegradable confetti and that you're cleaning up after yourself. If you have a popular building on campus, especially some with some stairs, you can do a movement one, so you walking. Make sure you watch your step though, especially if you're wearing heels. Another one is you can be sitting on the stairs. You can have your sash draped on the stairs and then make sure you're crossing your legs for this one. Another photo idea to show off your nails or any accessories like rings is to do something like this where you're holding your grad cap. You can do it with your hands on opposite sides or the same side. I kind of like this look better. If you have a little thing on your tassel that says a year, make sure that's facing the right way. Hope these ideas helped, and let me know if you want a part 2 because I still have lots of grad photos that I could go through. Part 2 of graduation photo ideas / posing tips. First up, we have the stole sash throw. This one is so fun to do, but it does take a few tries. My tip is to hold the stole firmly with one hand in the middle and then throw it up, but hold on to it, so don't actually like throw it away into the air. To get that flutter effect, you're gonna kind of throw it as if you're throwing a flag. As you're throwing it, have the photographer in a continuous shooting mode, so like holding down the shutter button so they don't miss that moment. Like I said, you'll probably have to do a few times to get the shot that you want. And if you want the look where the sash is going towards the camera, you can actually let it go when you throw it. Here's another example of that. Okay, my last video, I didn't show any pictures with the gown, so if you want to take a picture with your gown, I recommend doing this pose where you hold your cap in the other hand. See, this is an example where I'm not really doing anything with my arms and it kind of just looks awkward. So yeah, if you're holding your cap, it just gives the photo more movement with like the tassel in the wind. For this one, cross your legs, so again, you're not just like awkwardly standing there. For more pictures with a cap, this one's also a really good pose. Have your hands on opposite sides with one hand on the top and then the other hand on the bottom. I like how for this one, I was like leaning against the column and then again, cross your legs over. Here's another one, and then you can be looking off to the side. Another grad photo essential is to utilize your campus. Every campus has different unique features to them, whether it's a statue, a landmark, a building. So take advantage of those, show them off in your grad photos. It's what makes your photos unique about your college. For UCLA, our iconic statue is the Bruin Bear, so I took some photos there. I know a lot of schools have some sort of statues, so you can do one where you're just standing in front of it with your legs crossed over. You can do some where you're sitting. You can do some where you're touching the statue. Here's another one and another one. Out of all my grad photos, this one was my mom's favorite. I think just because it has some character. You can also do one hand on the statue with your other hand up and then the same side, the leg kicked up. Oh, this one I really like. If you have multiple sashes, or even if you just have one sash, you can put the sash on the statue. So for this one, I put one of the sashes in the bear's mouth. For buildings or halls, make sure you get your photos in those iconic places too. For UCLA, we have Royce Hall, so I took my photos there. If you have something like this where it's a long hall, having some walking photos looks really nice. When you're actually taking the photos, my tip is to walk really slowly and kind of over exaggerate when you're crossing your legs. Have the photographer on continuous shooting mode, and again, you'll probably have to do this a few times to get the shot that you want. You can create some movement with your sash so that it looks like it's moving around in the wind. You can lean up against the building. For this photo, I'm looking away, and then another one looking at the camera. If you have any gardens or flower bushes, especially now that we're in like spring, I'm sure that you'll probably have some. Definitely utilize those. It'll provide such a pretty background. Here's another example. Here's another everyone about utilizing your campus. I know that a lot of campuses have some sort of huge statue block letters. UCLA doesn't usually have these. It was just for Bruin Day, which is our admitted students day, and just so happened that my grad photo shoot was that same weekend, so I took full advantage of that. Oh, and then also, this one's kind of UCLA specific, but if you are a UCLA student, make sure you take a photo with the #1 public university sign in the background. They have the sign all around campus, if you know, you know, but I took mine as I was walking up the steps. Okay, this video is already getting really long, so it's cutting me off, but I do have more photos, so if you want a part 3, let me know. Part 3 of graduation photo ideas and posing tips. Starting off with the iconic champagne spray. This is a must for your grad photo shoot, so this is how you do it. I highly recommend that you get a champagne bottle that's a twist-off cap. It's just so much easier to work with. I don't think it matters what brand you use, but my photographer recommended this one, Andre, since it does have that really easy twist-off cap. It is very affordable. I got it for like $5 at Target. I got 2 bottles just in case I messed up the pics for the first bottle. Make sure you don't shake the bottle before you open it. And then when your photographer is ready, you're gonna open the cap. Put your thumb over the opening, have the photographer start snapping away, and then that's when you're gonna shake the bottle. Here's the second bottle. We did it in a different location. And then also don't forget to take some pictures with the empty bottle. For this pose, it looks really cute if you pop up your opposite leg. Another pose idea is the classic over the shoulder look. For this one, make sure the side of your sash that you want to be showing is facing the camera. Here's another example, this time with the UCLA embroidery showing. I will say though, this is a reminder, if the bottom of your shoe has any stickers, like I had just gotten these shoes from Amazon. It was my first time wearing it when I wore them for my grad photos, so I totally forgot to take the sticker off. So yeah, just don't forget to check the bottom of your shoes. I also loved incorporating some sort of movement into the photo. Here you can see for this over the shoulder pose, we were able to have the sash move with the wind. And then here, I kind of twirled my body a little bit so that you can see my hair is moving and my earrings are moving. A very simple pose idea, but one that can do no wrong. It's just a classic putting your hands behind your back and then crossing your legs over. And then lastly, if you have multiple sashes and you want to show them off in your photos, here's an idea of how you can layer them. So having the smaller sash in front and then holding the longer sash kind of out so that you can see the words. So here it says class 2023. And then I love this one. So utilizing different parts of your campus. For UCLA, a very iconic statue is our Bruin Bear. So I put one of my sashes in the Bruin Bear's mouth and then the other one I'm wearing. So yeah, I hope these photo ideas help. Don't forget to see part 1 and 2. I also made a video last year with graduation photo caption ideas, so I'll make sure to put that down below.